Doing it. Dun-dun-dun.
Good morning. My name is Greg Crutchfield, and I have the privilege of serving as chairman of the board of directors for Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, and of welcoming you to our virtual event today. We are grateful to our presenting sponsors, Amazon and LifePoint Health. Their generosity has brought us 1/3 of the way to our goal today. And thank you so much. We are blessed to have several generous sponsors today. The Center for Women's Health at Meharry Medical College, HCA Healthcare, Courtney and Jason Ross, the Department of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery at Vanderbilt University Medical Center, Regions Bank, Lynn Winans and Robert Yem, Erie Insurance, Southern Bank of Tennessee, and Avec Law. We are particularly proud that none of these sponsors starts and stops their support with this luncheon. All of them are involved with us on a year-round basis, all contributing to our work to build a more inclusive and just world for all. We are also grateful to table hosts today because they have brought many friends, family, and colleagues to learn more about Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, to laugh and celebrate with us, and to support the important work we do in our communities. All of our sponsors and table hosts are noted in your digital event booklet. Your digital booklet also includes information that describes our programs and scopes of service in Middle and West Tennessee. We also have a variety of fun facts and some beginning ASL for you, as well as a printable pledge card. Be sure you have that booklet because you will enjoy it and need it as our time together continues. As we think about why we have gathered in this virtual space rather than in person, we were reminded of the challenges of this last year and the challenges still with us. Living through this pandemic has shown us a great deal about ourselves and our resilience. And for every challenge presented, along has come an opportunity. We'd like to take a moment to share with you just some of the images of the past year.
Good morning. If we haven't met previously, I'm Nancy Denning Martin, and I have the honor of serving as the President and CEO of Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you to Amazon and LifePoint, our presenting sponsors, and to all our generous sponsors, who together have brought us almost 2/3 of the way to our goal for the day. I hope in the video you just saw, you found many reasons to take us that last third of the way. Hosting this event virtually is a reminder of the many adjustments, both big and small, that we've all made over the last year. In February of 2020, I was sitting with the management team here doing worst case scenario planning, hoping that it would never come to fruition. And then March of 2020 arrived, and our just in case planning became our everyday reality. I know that, like us, you have experienced a wide variety of changes over the last year, some really challenging and demanding, some tragic and filled with loss, but hopefully also some positive. Lessons learned and perspectives gained that will stay with us and continue to shape us after this pandemic is over. We are all seeing the light at the end of this very long tunnel, but I want to take just a minute to share with you the decision and commitment that we made to be a light for our community while still in the tunnel. I am proud and thankful to tell you that Bridges Tennessee, our Middle Tennessee operation, and Bridges West, our Southwest Tennessee operation, never missed a single day of service. Through innovation and sheer determination, we not only continued all of our programs and services in virtual space, our programs and services continue to grow. As you saw in the video, we have had an extraordinary year of service, and we are all very thankful. I want to say publicly how proud I am and how thankful I am for this extraordinary staff. The last year has not been easy. It has demanded more creativity and innovation, more commitment and dedication, more hard work and sacrifice, and more hours in the day than we really have. But they have risen to every challenge with grit and grace and great success. I am also truly thankful for and proud of the board of directors that leads our organization. They have provided steady, supportive leadership throughout this challenging year. They have been with us every step of the way to ensure that none of our programs and services were ever limited. When March 2020 happened and the world seemed to come to a stop, for a while it seemed as if our interpreting services also slowed to a near stop. We went from providing almost 1,000 hours a week of interpreting services to about 50 hours in a month. Those interpreting hours not only represent equal access and effective communication that are essential for our community, they also represent over 2/3 of our annual operating budget. Those interpreting hours pay for large chunks of the wide range of services we offer free of charge from birth through elder years. So we felt that loss dearly. But as I told you earlier, we never stopped. We never missed a single day of service because we made the very simple and clear decision not to stop, not to step back, not to cut back, not to scale back in any way during a time when our community needed us the most. And our board was there with us every step of the way. Even when we presented an annual operating budget that projected a near $300,000 loss in the coming fiscal year, the year that we're now in. We had some real discussions about it. Lots of smart questions were asked, opinions offered, and we looked at it from every possible angle. And then our board made the commitment to ensure that our services and programs were never limited or interrupted in any way. Their past stewardship had ensured that we had reserves available to us, and they did not hesitate to use those reserves because our community always comes first. Many of you with us today also stepped up in the last year to show us amazing support, volunteering with us online, making clear masks that kept us safe while providing clear communication access for our community, and donating to us when we told you that we needed your help. Thank you. We love to say that we are a family, and we really mean it. And I think that's exactly why you'll find that we are a strong, stable, thriving, and growing organization, even in the midst of a pandemic. We have not realized those projected losses. We have been creative and innovative. We have sacrificed to fill open positions and needs with people who were already doing more than the work of a single person. We have made strategic decisions along the way to navigate this unprecedented time in a manner that allows me to say emphatically that we are a good investment, that our priorities are in order, and that today we are an even stronger family and organization than we were a year ago. And now I get to give you a little glimpse into the power and relationship of the work that we do every day. You make this work possible, and we are privileged to experience it. And so I am honored to introduce you to Lakita, Jan, and Joe.
My name is Lakita Douglas.
Hello, my name is Jan Robinson, sign name Jan.
My name is Joe Francis. This is my sign.
I enjoy coming to Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing every day to talk for interpreting services, if I have an emergency, if I have any problems or struggles. My mother purchased an RV for me to park on her property. My mother's house had water, and I would get a bucket. It was cheap. There was a tree out back with a water spigot beneath. I would take the bucket and fill it with water, but that water was cold. So I would take a bowl and dip out the water one bowl at a time and heat it in the microwave so that I could have hot water. I lived there from 2015 to 2019, no, from 2015 to 2020. I liked the RV. It was quiet, peaceful. I played games. I enjoyed getting out and walking. I played a lot of outdoor games, like darts, and bowling. I really enjoyed that. After my mother died, my sister sold the house and RV. I felt like, where am I going to go? I felt lost. I felt alone. So I called Mike, Kim, Tracy, and Nancy. I talked it over with Tracy and my sister, and we looked for a place for me to live. We didn't know if I should get a roommate or go to a shelter, but eventually we found an apartment. I feel proud of myself that I was able to get my own place. I'm happy. It's beautiful. The building is 10 floors. It's quite the place. I enjoy it. The deaf always love Bridges. We come in here and use things like the video phones or just to say hello and visit. Or I come in and say, hey, Eric, I need help. I need an interpreter. I need help with something. I need an interpreter. It's a crazy busy place, but they're here all the time.
I'm deaf and I serve on the board of directors for Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Truly, I love Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Many people and friends come here to socialize, eat together, and play games. All different people come, and it's wonderful, so much better than staying home alone. I really enjoy it here. I grew up in an oral school and used these bulky hearing aids with a box that hung around my neck. I hated them, but my mom said I had to wear them and read lips until I was 13 years old. That's when I moved to Knoxville to attend the Tennessee School for the Deaf. Everyone was signing. I didn't understand any of it, but my parents dropped me off there. My mom said, stay, learn. I made my first friend there and started learning. Then I took those hearing aids off, and none of the other people used them. When I next went home, my mom asked where my hearing aids were. I explained that no one in Knoxville used them, so I took them off. My mom said, no, you must wear those hearing aids. So I put them back on. That continued until I got married. I took them off. My mom started to fuss at me, and my dad said, stop, she's married now. You can't say anything. She's free. And my mom never said another word about it. We were at Cracker Barrel, my husband, my daughter, and me. The hostess was gathering the menus, and we were signing. We followed her to the table, and she handed out the menus. I opened it and looked. What is this? My daughter threw up her hands, grabbed those menus, and marched off to the hostess. My parents are not blind, they're deaf. The server had given us Braille menus.
I'm deaf. I was born deaf and grew up deaf. And I'm still deaf. I've had a lot of frustration searching for a job. Often, the person hiring has never met a deaf person, and they're resistant to the idea. It's hard for the person to understand that I'm capable of working and doing everything that the job requires. Now I'm here working at Bridges, and I'm very thankful for the leadership that made that happen. Bridges really helped me with my budgeting education too. I've had challenges, but the staff here really continues to work with me, and I really enjoy working with them. I'm very appreciative. I'm black, just like everyone's a color, brown or white or whatever. But as you can see, my skin is black. I know that God made everyone the way they are and not just one race. I know the racism of the past still exists, that it's never gone away. And deaf people experience discrimination as well. Black deaf people do. We can all feel fear. People don't understand other perspectives and experiences. They dismiss people with disabilities. But there's no perfect person. We all have sin, so I must fight. You must fight to continue to learn how to behave in a relationship with each other, with respect and maturity. And try to understand each other's point of view. We don't want to go back to the past, but we must come together and deal with what's right now. I hope in the future we're not as separated and that this issue is gone. We must continue to fight to know each other. We're not united right now, and lack of education and exposure can be a problem. But if we socialize and get to know each other, we develop understanding and build relationships and unity. We must learn together and from each other. have to continue to fight until we build understanding and solve this problem. I hope if you're interested in becoming more involved with Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, I hope you'll join us. Join our community. You have the opportunity to learn and to have a relationship with us to enjoy this community. And that's everything. Thank you.
Hello. As a deaf man, a Bridges board member, and a volunteer in the youth programs, I have a special understanding of the role that Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing plays in serving our deaf, deafblind, and hard of hearing communities. I see our community from infants to seniors, finding not only the highest quality programming and services here, but also we find a family, a community that educates, engages, empowers, and most importantly, loves. I know the quality of our leadership, the talents of our program staff, and the strategic innovation with which we serve. I also know the hearts of all of these people, whether they are deaf, hard of hearing, deaf-blind, CODAs, parents, or hearing allies. Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing is a well-run organization that prioritizes the leadership of the community we serve. I also know how our community feels about Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing here in Middle Tennessee and in our newest programs in Memphis. Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing thrives because they put the community first, and the community feels their love, their trust, and their respect. Together, there is nothing that this community and this agency cannot do. Finally, there's all of you. Your financial support makes everything that we do possible. So we hope that today you will choose to make a generous gift to support our programs and services, knowing that you are or will become a part of our Bridges family, and knowing that your generosity moves us toward a more just and inclusive world for all. Remember your digital booklets. You are also now receiving an email with the opportunity to make a personal gift or pledge. It's quick and easy to do online, so please give generously. If you prefer to mail a check, there is a pledge card that you can print and mail with your gift. However you give, you may make a one-time gift or to set up monthly giving. However you give and whatever you give, please be generous. And thank you for supporting Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing with your presence today. We will have a short break of 5 minutes while you take care of donating. And then we will be back with the amazing Harold Fox. So give quickly and generously because you do not want to miss Harold. Thank you. Thank you all for your generosity and support. Now let's have some fun. All the way from Memphis via Los Angeles and Zoom, we are proud to introduce Harold Fox. Fox is a Tennessean, born and raised in Memphis, where he graduated from White Station High School before attending Gallaudet University. He is an American theater, film, television actor, and comedian who happens to be deaf. Fox is perhaps best known for his stand-up comedy, having performed in DC, Maryland, Michigan, St. Louis, Los Angeles, and Jamaica. Currently training with the Groundlings, we are so happy that he has been able to join us today. Harold's interpreter, Billy Sanders, which is his voice interpreter, will be with him so that you can enjoy the show. Now then, sit back in the comfort of your living room or office or wherever you have your feet up and get ready to laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, Harold Fox.
Hey, all you beautiful people, what's good, everybody? Hold on, let me get it together. Let me get it together. Can you see me clearly? Do I look good? I love it. Yeah, let's go. Wow, Zers, it's been a while, especially for me. Okay? Because, you know, I'm from Tennessee, and it's been a minute because that's my hometown, because y'all know. In Tennessee, it's a little different time zone, right? From where I'm at. It's still the morning, but there, y'all lucky. You know why? Y'all get to eat, as you always do. Which means me, I'm still eating breakfast and y'all eating good lunch. Huh, how cool. And, you know, y'all ain't even share with me. What's up with that? I'm gonna need my barbecue too. Y'all know what it's like, us Tennesseans? We got to share the barbecue. All the Southern food, I'm talking about all the fixes. That's something you just can't find here in Southern California. In LA, scratch that, negative. It just doesn't compare to the South. We got our own culture. That food in particular, that's what I miss the most. God damn. Okay, let me think of something funny because y'all something else. I was talking with my friend the other day. Got the nerve to tell me, yeah, I want to do like a family gathering, like a family social. My friend's like, hey, how about you? Hey, do you do family friends? You know, family socials? I'm like, hey, remember, I'm from Tennessee. We have Southern formal socials, okay? There's a right time to use that family-friendly function. Trust me. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, right now I'm being a good boy, all right? And here's another thing. My friend told me, hey, I didn't know that you're from Memphis. That means you, huh? That means you're good with Elvis, right? Like, that's your boy. Elvis? Elvis? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Elvis is from Memphis. However, you mentioned like we dapped up, like, really? Really? You think I'm that old? Let me tell you something, okay? Elvis, dear, no shade, no hate. Okay, he's a legend in his own right. Much props to him. But let me tell you something. uh, Elvis did, he was dead before I was born. Newsflash. Remember that? I was born in 78. 78. Y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to do the math. But I'm in my 40s, boo. Thank you. I know some of you like, you 42. You 42? You 42. I thought you were like 25 or 30. I wish. Please, please, I wish. Give me some of them years back. But y'all know a black don't crack. What can I say? And y'all know it's all that water I be drinking. A little exercise goes a long way. And down here in Southern California, it's a little bit different down here. The food is it's more organic, a little healthy. Now I have to adapt this eating style to this very different from Tennessee. But, you know, it's been a cultural acclimation to this style of eating. And guess what? Since I've been here, it's been about a year or two, you know, that I've, you know, experienced like you all, you know, what this pandemic has done to us. I've been doing some, you know, some self-reflection. I stopped drinking alcohol, I didn't even know it. Now, you young kids, okay? You might be watching this, you're gonna thank me later, trust me, okay? I stopped drinking alcohol for like 6 months. I'm not sure who's more happy or excited, me or my liver. Seriously. Now, another thing, as I mentioned, I'm from Memphis, born and raised, proud of it, graduated, okay? Graduated, matriculated from there, had a great life, can't hate. But Memphis is still the place to be. I got all kind of family, my people there, my mom and them there. I text them all the time. Hey man, when y'all gonna send me some of that barbecue? Stop playing. Cause you know my brother hungry. I'm a brother here down in Southern California needs to eat. Okay, I'm gonna need my potato salad to go with it. Make sure you add some of the good seasoning on the side. Trust me. Now, if you never showed up to my cookout without some seasoning, you ain't gonna get in. Now, my people from Tennessee, you know we makes the best potato salad, bar none. The best greens, hands down. Mac and cheese, you better ask somebody. Ribs, I can go on and on. I just need to stop because I'm getting hungry. Seriously. But you know what? My doctor, you know what my doctor said? Harold, you might need to slow down, okay? Especially on the ribs, sir. I don't think it's too good for you. You know what I told the doctor? Listen here, doc. Numero uno. You can't stop black folks from eating ribs. You can't. You can't prescribe that. Number two, maybe you need to slow down with your doctor's bills. It's too expensive. How about that one? As I mentioned, I'm from the greatest place on earth, Memphis, Tennessee. Born and raised. I always go back and touch base, especially when I travel. A lot of times I'm Gallaudet, which is in Washington, D.C., where I graduated from, played football, acted. It's my second home. Sometimes, driving across the states, I might stop home in Memphis, roll through. Now, I might stop at Nashville to get some gas, just saying, en route to Memphis. I'll stop, I'll text my friends, be like, hey man, I'm stopping here in Nashville. My friends would be like, oh yeah, that's the home of Elvis. No, that's actually Memphis. My friend told me, no, Memphis. They told me country music right there, right? Hmm. Wait a minute. We have Justin Timberlake, right? How does he do country music? How do you even conflate the two? Nashville is where country music is, okay? Leave Memphis alone. Memphis is a little special. My people love some different. We about that food, that barbecue. My friend like, no, that's it. Memphis, country music. You know what? I can't argue. I give up. Guess what? I just started doing the country electric slide at the gas station, right there where I was. I'm not sure if that was a good idea or a bad idea. The only thing I forgot was a cowboy hat. Maybe some boots. You know what? I don't even know if I can run away or get away with a cowboy hat and boots. Maybe you Nashville folks might start hating them, but y'all can help me out a little bit. Who knew? As you know, Nashville, about a stone's throw from Memphis. And forgive me, my finger spelling is bad. It's been a minute. I remember being in Murfreesboro, and I got a friend who lives there. I thought I'd stop by and visit him, on the overnight, on my way. That's like in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if it's a good or bad idea for a Black deaf man to be out there, but it's all good. So I'm trucking, rolling through to see my friend, stay overnight. Now remember, my friend lived on a farm. And the interesting about that, it's a culture shock. Seeing live animals, farm animals, it made me think about, what, maybe I need to become a vegan. That's neither here. It's a little complicated. But the point is, when I visit my friend and stayed overnight, my friend's like, here. Well, my friend is here. Like 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning. I'm like, bruh, who taps me on the shoulder at 5 in the morning? I'm not that old. A little bit. I'm 42, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Me, I'm gonna get up around 6-ish, but 5 o'clock, bruh. Stop the madness. I'm just a little more sleep, just a little bit. Doctor recommended. Shh. Let me tell the story. So my friend trying to hit me up. I'm like, well, what? Hey, you hear the roosters? The roosters are crowing. Early in the morning, that's what they do. Can you hear Harold? My first response is like, really? Number one, my friend. Who wakes up a Black man at 5 in the morning? Number two, my friend. I'm deaf. Did we forget that? Those two things don't even go in the same sentence. Then I'm like, third, no, my friend, I is deaf. Unless the rooster can muster up the ability, come in the house, tap me on the shoulder, and sign NASL, and be like, good morning. Then I'll know when to get up. My first thought was, who in the farm animals take ASL? Because if everyone took ASL and learned our beautiful language, I'm sure the animals can do it too. Hmm? Can you think of King Kong signing? So he can sign, but the rooster can't. Are you kidding me? Anyway, hella interesting. I'm sure you're enjoying watching, TV and whatnot from here to here and there. Have y'all ever watched Netflix? Because I'm sure most of you have had a taste of it. Okay. Funny thing, my family in Memphis, they always be texting me, trying to hit me up. Oh, there's a new show on Netflix. I, it may send chills, sound creepy. But don't look at me. I need y'all to look at Netflix. I'm innocent in this case, okay? I need y'all to check out this show. It's called Buried by the Bernards. The setting is about a Black family running a funeral home in Memphis. And the irony in all that, where they're at is like down the street from where my grandparents live. Like down the street from that, where I grew up in that area. It brings back all kinds of memories of what Memphis life is for me. They all going back and forth. How we doing our culture? All right, they playing the dozens, they going back and forth. That's just how we do. Now you know. It was driven by them. Like say if somebody died, right? You go in to view the body. They call it a drive-by viewing. They did that. They're the first to do that. A drive-by viewing. Picture this. That's something I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to conceptualize, and I've been trying to figure this out for a long time in my mind. But a drive-by viewing, it's taking over 95 hours, okay, and some overtime, because they better pay me try to come up with how we're gonna do this drive-by viewing for a funeral, because my thinking ain't for free. And I was trying to capitulate this. A drive-by viewing. My first thought was, I know our culture, how we all extra emotional, right? When something happens, we can't just stop crying, right? We either gonna start dancing and crying at the same time. Lord, no, not my baby. No, Lord, take me, Lord. Right? We get emotional at funerals. And I'm trying to figure out how you gonna do a drive-by viewing and be emotional at the same time. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. All right? You pull up to the casket. Lord! Lord! Right? Push the pedal to the metal. I know one thing. The car insurance might not be the happiest camp. You might get a lot more promotion from Geico. 15% off. You can save a lot by using Geico. I actually feel sorry for the lizard. Next time, when I see that on the commercial, I'm gonna say, hey, when you gonna learn how to sign, lizard? Maybe the lizard excuse to be like, I say 15%. Are you kidding me? Well, that's my home. Memphis is the place. We all have interesting cultures that we come from, yes, indeed. And you know, we've all been hit with this pandemic. So I get to notice the creativity coming from all these different cultures and how we navigated this thing called COVID. Not only that, there's a myriad of individuals. I was able to see different people's personalities and see them for them. Me, I've stopped drinking. I can't say exactly how long. It feels like 6 months, give or take a couple. I don't know. But all you young kids watching me, don't drink until you're old enough. Thank me later, okay? And listen to your mama and daddy. Or any adult that's leading you in your life, okay? I'm hoping they're setting good examples for you, okay? And in Tennessee, we have a nice and polite nicety culture that we try to implement in you. So, back to what I'm saying. So many different individuals I've been able to meet virtually over this COVID experience. Like, you know, Tesla, they have an electric car, right? That's neither here nor there. The point is, more and more people are getting to the electric game, the electric car game. Whereas you don't need gas. You can just pull up to an electric pump, chill, mind your business, charge up like you're charging your phone, get back and start driving. And did you know the new competitor in the market, well, about to be in the market, they're still going through testing and evaluations, Apple. Apple, of course, you know them for laptops, iPads, iPhones, blah, 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 right? And they just announced they're trying to get into the game. They're about to have an Apple electric car. Okay, well, it's interesting. An electric car powered by Apple. They want to compete with Tesla. You know, really they're competing with everyone, but you know, it's a healthy competition. I told you first here, okay? So, my first thoughts is, well, yeah, it's about time, Apple. I done paid all kind of money and wasted on my gas. Now I'm in my car and I'm like, you know what? God damn, I'm going on E again. I'm looking at the prices like, I ain't never seen no numbers like that before. They're crazy. It's like $4, $5 a gallon. Who does that? The point is, I spent way too much money on gas. Electric car, What Apple can do, set it up real nicely for me. My first thought was like, you know what? You know, with Apple being connected to everything that I use, y'all know about Siri, right? What if I hit up Siri and Siri's like, hey, go to the nearest gas station ahead, or the nearest electric station, right? And my first thought, considering Siri, is like, all right, well, I'm ready for an Apple electric car. Yeah, let's do this. Whoa, time out. Back it up, hold up, wait a minute. I made her jump ahead, because think about this. Siri in an Apple car? How will she communicate with us deaf people? That's my first thought. When are we gonna start seeing Siri sign? I'll wait. Siri here in ASL, here to help you. Yeah, okay, I'll wait. We need to partner with some of y'all. Message? I wanted to tell you all, okay? I love this bridge program. It's a beautiful thing. The goals, the aspirations that you have, the intentionality that you are in engaging in the deaf and hard of hearing community, coming together, that's what's up. That is a beautiful thing. Don't you ever forget it. You trust that. We need allies. We need to work together, building bridges to communicate and understand one another, whether you're Black, white, Asian, name it. We are working together, right? This is what being a human being is truly about. You hear hate you hear Asian hate, anti-Black hate. Listen, these are old tropes, and they become old very fast in the application of such. We need to come together. So what you all are doing is powerful, and it empowers me. Make sure you support this program. Donate. This is what we need. This is the beautiful way that we bridge the gap. I need you to donate now. Let me say it 2 more times. Donate. One more time. Donate. I do want to say thank you all so much for having me come perform just for you in front of you all, albeit virtually. You know what I'm saying? Feel like I'm at home in Tennessee. It'd be better to be there in person. I love to see you in person. And maybe I can get me some barbecue. That can go together. Oh, but don't forget the seasoning on my potato salad. Now, when all things come back to normal, per se, you know I'm gonna be there, performing, supporting my people. I look forward to it. Please donate. Please donate. Oh, one more time. Please donate. And thank you very much for having me. I love you all. You ain't got to go, but you got to get them out of here. Tennessee, I love you. Thank you. Someone want to pop up on the screen? Take us out of here.
Okay, technical issues. Thank you. Thank you so much, Harold. That was amazing. We love you, and we are going to make you stick to that promise to get here to Tennessee to be in person with us. And we promise you the best barbecue of your life if you make it here. Thank you to everybody who joined us today. We have enjoyed this so much, sharing our work and our mission with you, our community. And thank you for the generous donating. As Harold has reminded you, 6, 7, 12, 24 times. You can keep donating, and those donations do keep coming in. But I am very excited to announce right now that already as of this minute, we have raised over $50,000 to support Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And thank you again to Amazon and LifePoint, our presenting sponsors, and to all our sponsors and table hosts for filling our virtual space with so many amazing and generous people. Thank you to Harold Fox for making us laugh. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and when it's safe for us to be together again, come visit Bridges TN in Nashville and Bridges West in Memphis. You're always welcome.